Hey, it's Abigail of Ground and Grow Yoga, and today's practice is a quick practice for your hands. So we're going to be showing some love to the hands to help release any tension within the fingers, the palms, and the wrists. So you don't need anything for today's practice, but if you have a bolster or a pillow to sit on or a blanket for your knees, that might be nice. Otherwise, hop on your mat and let's get started. And we'll come to sit up on our pillow so that our hips are over our knees. So you're just sitting up on the very edge of your pillow. And then come to sit up nice and tall and allow the eyes to drift closed. Imagine there's a string attached from the top of your head to the ceiling. Take in any sounds around you. Any sounds outside. Or in your room. Take in the sound of my voice. And then draw your attention inward to the breath. Noticing how it feels today, whether you're breathing deep or shallow, whether it's long or short. Just noticing how it feels tonight. When you're ready, turn the palms to face the ceiling. Allow the shoulders to relax down the back. And we're going to breathe in the nose and out the nose. In and out. In and out. Continuing to breathe at your own pace. Focus on increasing the lengths of the inhales and the exhales. And as you do that, I want you to draw your attention down to your palms. And imagine there's little balls of light in both hands. Focusing on any energy that's there. Noticing if your fingers want to move or are moving, whether you're fidgeting at all. And just acknowledging that. We spend all day keeping busy, always moving. And it can be really hard sometimes to stop and just find stillness. When you're ready, slowly start to move the fingers so that you're rubbing them along the thumb. So one finger at a time, just moving it across the pad of the thumb. Just noticing that sensation, how it feels. Really grounding down into this moment. You might go slow or you might move quickly from finger to finger. You might start to move them as more of a unit, Bringing the thumb across all the fingers and then back. And then slowly start to bring that into wrist circle. So we're moving the wrists around slowly. You can ball the hands into fists, or you can leave them open and stretch the fingers wide, whatever feels most comfortable for you. We're just doing little wrist circles here. And then switch directions. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we're going to flick our fingers out towards the sides as we bring them down. So you can almost hear that flicking sound. So up and down, just flicking the fingers out to the sides. Up and down. Good. From here, bringing the right hand out in front of you, fingers down towards the ground. You can take the left thumb to the palm, and we're just going to press gently here, getting a nice stretch through the top of the wrist. Remembering to breathe. Remembering to be present in this moment. And then flip the fingers up, gently pulling them towards your face to get a stretch through the wrist and up through the fingers. Good. Release and switch. So left fingers down, right thumb to the palm. Press gently. If the mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. And then flip the fingers up towards the ceiling and draw them gently back towards your face. Good. From here, we're going to bring the hands together, pressing the palms together, elbows come out to the side. Really press as hard as you can, feeling the arms turn on, but still keeping the shoulders relaxed down. Good. Breathing here. And then you have options. So we're going to swim the fingers around, and you can either clasp opposite elbows or work to clasp opposite elbows, or you can work to bring the fingers in towards the back and move them up to come into prayer in the back. So reverse prayer. So we're either grabbing opposite elbows, working to grab them here, or bringing the fingers in and then kind of moving them up to come to reverse prayer. So whatever feels comfortable for you. This is more intense to do the prayer in reverse. That's really great for opening up the chest. And you get a stretch through the wrists if you're doing the reverse prayer as well. Good. Release. Inhale, arms up. This time just shake them out, bringing them down. Inhale up, shake them out. And one more time. Inhale up, shake the hands out. Good. From here, we're going to move the pillow aside and bring our blanket down just to rest the knees on. So if you don't have a blanket, that's fine. But we're coming to our knees here. So it's nice to have that support. And then we're going to bring the fingers so they're facing up towards the sky. And then we're going to turn them away from each other. Keep turning so that they're down towards the ground. And then we're going to come forward and allow the fingertips to touch here. So you might just be here today, or you can start to move the hips back or bring the palms down more to get more of a stretch through the wrists. So just here with the fingertips touching, palms down, or moving the hips back. So getting a nice stretch here. And while we're here, we're going to do our lion's breath because we're in our lion's pose. So you're going to take a deep inhale in. And on the exhale, you're going to breathe out, but with the tongue out. So we breathe in and then out. So we're sticking our tongue all the way out. And then if you don't feel silly enough doing that, also think of turning your eyes up towards your forehead. So this is where the third eye is. So we look up right between the brows while we stick our tongue out. So it's inhale in and then exhale out. So this is great for switching us over into our rest and digest setting here, where we're more relaxed because we're just letting everything go and focusing inward. So that's what's the moving the eyes in, we're focusing inward. So inhale in and sigh it out. And one more time for good measure. Inhale in, sigh it out. Good. Release. Come back towards the heels. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, twist, and allow the hands to fall wherever they fall. Taking a break from being on the hands. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, twist the other side. Hands fall wherever they fall. Good. Release. Come back up on the knees. So we're coming towards our hands, but this time we're turning the fingers just down and then towards our knees and then bringing the backs of the hands to the mat. So if this is too intense, even just being up like this, try turning your fingers towards each other. So we're having less of a stretch through the wrists here, but otherwise our fingers are towards our knees. And getting a stretch through the back. So to lessen, our fingers come in towards each other. And you could move your hips back here too, but this is already a really intense stretch. So you're probably fine up on your knees. Good. Release. You will definitely feel this later, that we're doing a lot with our hands, but it's great for strengthening the wrists to to help with things like carpal tunnel, preventing that. So bring the knees wide and then walk the hands out to come down into our child's pose. But I want you to keep the fingers up as if they were spiders. So we're keeping them up. Head comes to the mat. Breathing here. And you can stay here, or you can walk the fingers to one side and then the other side, getting a stretch through the side body as well. So we're either keeping them straight on or walking them from side to side. Remembering to breathe. Good. Come back up. We're going to bring the knees back center. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round. So just a couple cat-cows here. Really pressing evenly into the palms and the fingers. Imagine they're starfish and they're suctioning up the mat. So moving gently between these two positions. Moving with your breath. Shining the heart forward. And then arching the back. Good. Release here. Walk the knees back so you can come to lay down on the blanket so the blanket is underneath the hip points. Bring the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to inhale, come up. Again, pressing into the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up. Press. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Bringing the hands to stack one on top of the other. Bring your forehead down to your hands. And just relax here. Inhaling, and on the exhale, relaxing into the mat, into the blanket. If you don't want to have your forehead on your hands, you can do one temple and then the other. And I'll tell you when to switch. Switching. Just focusing on how you feel. Relaxing. Letting go any tension you have in the neck, in the low back. And then when you're ready, we're just going to gently flip onto our backs. So slowly flipping, and then I'm going to suggest taking your blanket and rolling it out from underneath you, but so that it's underneath your knees now. So we have the blanket under our knees, snuggle the shoulder blades together, allow the hands to either fall to your belly, hip points, or out to the side. Just relaxing down into our Savasana. Being present in this moment. Knowing that it's really easy to get swept away in the busyness. And the hands exemplify that well, as we're always doing things, typing on the computer, opening doors, carrying things, whatever it is, always moving. Just find some stillness here. Realizing that it's okay to let things go, and that you need to take these times of rest for yourself. If the mind starts to wander again, drop back to the breath, and you'll hear my voice again in a few minutes. Slowly start to draw attention back to the body, finding a little bit of movement by wiggling the fingers and the toes, allowing the feet to windshield wiper back and forth, and the head to gently rock side to side. And when you're ready, slowly come to lay on one side, cradling your head with your arm. Breathing here. Before slowly pressing yourself back up to a comfortable seat of your choice. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to end with a little bit of a hand massage. So first creating a little bit of heat between the palms by moving them quickly back and forth. Especially after being in Savasana, the fingers and toes can get cold. Good, and then we're going to take one thumb and slowly start to move it in circular pattern along the palm. So moving from the thumb all the way across. Working with medium pressure here. You have to press a little bit hard to get in there, but you'll feel it. And then moving the thumb down the side of the pinky. And then down through the thicker part of the thumb. And then just make a fist and release here. Just flicking the fingers again. And then just take one hand and gently slide it along the other. So from the base of the palm all the way out through the fingers. Good, and then we'll switch. So taking the other thumb, do circular motions through the palm of the opposite hand. Really showing our hands some love. We hold a lot of tension in both our hands and our feet. Moving it up and down the side, the pinky. And through the bigger part of the thumb. And clenching and unclenching the hand here, little flicks. And then pressing down all the way from the base of the palm to the fingers. Good. Bringing the fingers together. So you have one finger touching the one across from it. Just press the fingers together and then apart. That spider on a mirror. And then bring the palms to touch each other. Hands come to heart center. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. I hope you have a wonderful night. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like as well as comment and subscribe. Subscribers allow me to continue to make free content. Have a wonderful night. Namaste.